Hello, very good morning to you. Welcome to the first episode of Kentonomics. In Kentonomics, I'll discuss about the economy that affects your life, the economy that affects our nation, and the global economy that affects every individual of this world. So, guys, we have seen so far four rounds of lockdown, and that has really affected our life like anything. On a rough estimate, the lockdown that's going on for last more than 2 months has affected the global economy by anything from 30 to 40%. And this 30 to 40% cut is huge, and that translates into crores and crores of job losses and lakhs and lakhs of the losses of business houses. So the most important point is post this pandemic, how we are going to brace up for our lives. So here in the first episode, I'll discuss about what you're supposed to do, and which are the sectors which will be booming, and which are the sectors that will be affected most. Well, it doesn't matter what kind of job you have been doing prior to this pandemic. You may be in the manufacturing, or you may have been in the telecom sector, or you may have been in the service, or maybe in the business of consultancy or advertisement. It doesn't matter where you have been, because what was applicable before this coronavirus came in is no more applicable now, because the ground rules have changed, and you need to prepare for this new reality. And what is this new reality? First, I'll tell about which are the sectors which will be most affected. You see, in COVID-19, the one thing they often hear is that we need to maintain the social distancing, and we need to keep away from the crowd. So that means all the places which were basically known for the huge crowds are not going to do well, like the malls and like the big commercial complexes, or the shops, the old markets or the new markets. They are not going to do well. So in fact, it will affect drastically the business of constructing new malls or the existing malls. And you can see that a lot of shops will be shuttered down, because they won't be able to sustain their business. Similarly, things like marketplaces, the normal vegetable market, or the fruit market, or the cloth market, or the ready-made garments market, or the electronic market, they will also be affected. And the idea is that most of these conventional businesses where people go in person to buy these things, or to inquire about these things, like window shopping, will be hugely affected. And which are the businesses that will be doing good post coronavirus? Well, coming to that, I think you must have seen that in last 2 months or so, the one sector that was doing rather well was communication, because being marooned from the entire world and being holed up inside the safe confines of our homes, we were the only mode of connection to the outside world was our mobile phone, or our computer or our tablet or whatever is gadget we use. That sector will do good. The business of mobile phones and computers and tablets and other gadgets and the mobile operators, the companies which provide mobile connection, they'll be doing good. And apart from that, the businesses like customer experience called CX, or the user experience, better known as UX, they'll be doing rather well, because now the companies, especially the huge companies, will be banking on what their customers like to purchase, and after purchasing, what has been their experience. Because this crisis has affected their market base by anything between 50 to 60%. So all these companies and the other companies also, they'll be looking to cultivate a new customers, and at the same time they'll try their best to hold the earlier customers. And for that, the CX and UX are two very important fields, because CX is the medium, the platform on which a customer gets in touch with the company and the services, and to interact about the quality of the product, to the supply, or the other things related to the product. And UX is the area where after company sales of its products, they want to have the feedback, because that feedback helps them to improve the product further, and to know about what's actually going on in the consumer mind. So these two sectors, CX and UX, will be doing well. CX means different these call centers and these contact centers, which company either they have their own, or they outsource their services. The UX is a full-fledged services, and like that. Even the companies who are in the business of cloud will be doing well, because all these companies will now, after getting the bad experience of pandemic, they'll be worried about the protection of their precious data. So companies which are basically in the cloud business, like Google, like Salesforce, like that, they'll be doing rather good. Even the smaller companies, there are a lot of smaller companies which have come in the clouding business, they'll be doing rather well. And apart from that, the AI, the artificial intelligence, and the robotics, these are sectors which will be thriving in the this neo world post coronavirus. Since company would have lost a lot of businesses in last 3 months or so, they'll be heavily banking on advertisement, and so the companies, the advertising agencies, they'll be doing rather good, but they need to be really, really good, because anything pedestrian or commonplace attitude is not going to help them, because, as you know, the employment market will be drastically cut down. I think post coronavirus, company will be working at the 40 to 50% of their strength of pre COVID-19. So if a company was working with say around 50 employees, post coronavirus, they'll be doing your work with only 20 to 25 people. So 50% job will be cut. So for 25% to regain their job and to continue their job, it is very important to improve their skill and to add to new skills. So guys, these are the sectors that will be doing good, like CX and UX, and the company is dealing in artificial intelligence and robotics and advertisement. And also the pharma sector will be doing good, because after getting really clobbered by a mock pandemic, the companies which are in the business of medicine and vaccines will be rewarded with. If you are thinking in terms of switching to pharma sector or the pharmaceutical sector, this is the time to do the switchover. In fact, the companies which are also in research and development, R&D, and will be doing well. The manufacturing sector will be also thriving, because people cannot do without the things, without the services. And so manufacturing sectors will be doing well, even though they'll be working at a lesser capacity. But you see, this is a time of automation, and with AI and robotics, I think that will take care of the reduced number of employees, because now the focus will be shifted on machine manufacturing and the auto manufacturing, rather than manufacturing it manually. And the companies which are based in agro business, that will be also doing good, because as you see, agriculture and farm as the measure support for sustaining people. Though agriculture wasn't performing well in last 10 or 15 years, but this agriculture was one sector that wasn't affected a lot. But because of the crisis, and because of the people who lost their job and not having that purchasing power that they used to have, the farmers, they did not get the suitable price for their produces, and as a matter of fact, because of that, they had to dump their products. But now things will be improving, and economy will be gradually coming back to on the rail. So the one sector, the agriculture, will be doing rather well. So if you are in any way associated with the agriculture or the farm business or the farm products, you should be happy, because that will be doing good. So that's it, guys. So in a nutshell, that the sectors which will be seeing bad times is the mall business, the conventional shops, and the conventional old markets, automobiles, because mostly people will be like to stay indoors, so there won't be you see, a lot of demand for automobiles, like that. It will be going through bad times, and the sectors like the manufacturing, farm sector, R&D sector, pharmaceutical sector, CX and UX and clothing business, they'll be doing good. In fact, the advertisement will be also doing good. So that's it, guys. In the next episode, I'll discuss some more things which affects your life, my life, our life. Thank you very much. Have a great day.